The winner of this match is going to secure a spot in our top 4 to play for $100 next week. Come Wednesday. Well, $100 is a grand prize. There's like $400 for the prizes. But this game is going blisteringly fast. We've got some lands and a Phyrexian Rager for Blogger. We've got some witches for Telemokos. And if you can, what's actually interesting in this match is if you can get 2 copies of witches in play, you can kill most of the creatures that your opponent is going to be playing.
Yep, double witches is a good way to win this matchup. They have different Ragers, and I mean, which one's your favorite?
I like the original art.
Me too, although the new Rager has a watermark.
That is true.
So
I do want to point out here, though, that Blogger has mismatched swamps too.
Yes. So
in fact,
I don't want to root for either player. I hope they both lose, Chris.
At least Telemokos swamps are the same set. Blogger is just like Theros, Abyssin Restore, or Theros Shadows over Innistrad swamps.
I want them both to lose. Is that an option?
Just have the games all be ties.
No, I hope one of them plays Pestilence and they have like the same amount of life points, and then they have the audacity to just like kill them both at the same time. That could be an outcome.
That could be. Now we've got some action here. It looks like Blogger's going to utilize a couple Chainer's Edicts to take care of the witches and the Phyrexian Rager from Telemokos. But he's going to fire back with the Chittering Rats. This card is actually pretty good in the mirror. It's going to slow the development down of your opponent, restricting their resources. And if you can use it to trade with the creature, like Phyrexian Rager in combat, then it's very good.
Yes. Oh, it's a mainstay.
It is a mainstay.
A lot of people say Mono Black Control is maybe one of the best Oubliette.
I think it is. In fact, I would build it in paper if I had Oubliettes. And I'm pretty sure I have them somewhere. I just got to dig them out of one of my many Fibro boxes of cards.
Oubliette's not the cheapest in paper?
Oh, no, it's like $30, $40.
What?
Yeah.
It's absurd.
I mean, it's only in Arabian Nights.
Hmm.
That's an old set.
It is indeed.
All right, well, we've got a Disfigure is going to take care of that Phyrexian Rager, and double Sign in Blood is going to put Telemokos back up to 7 cards. Blogger's going to fire back with a Sign in Blood of his own, so both players are just kind of jockeying for position here with their resources. Ooh, Blogger's going to miss his land drop, though.
Yes.
Telemokos has a Rager. It's going to fall down to 11.
Being the first to get another creature onto the table is nice, although I don't know if this creature is long for this world.
That's true. However, this game could quickly devolve into who can start slamming Grey Merchants first. Like,
yes.
Blogger already has an Oubliette on the battlefield. Telemokos is already down to 11. In fact, if Blogger were to go something like Grey Merchant, attack you, Grey Merchant, he could just actually win the game over 2 turns.
This is true. I mean, one of the 2 players' hands looks much more appealing than the others.
Well, I mean, one has 8 cards and it only has 4. I'll take the 8 any day.
Same, Chris. Same.
In fact, Telemokos has so many resources right now, he just discarded Sign in Blood to hand size.
That is absurd.
Well, we've got a Rager and a Witches, and Blogger has found his 5th mana source, so he can start slamming Grey Merchants if he draws into them. Disfigure is going to take care of one of those creatures, the Rager, and he's going to untap and go into his turn.
Indeed.
That's what he's going to decide to do.
I mean, the Battle of Devotion, you're right. Blogger is winning that battle. Telemokos is winning the card advantage battle.
Yeah, Rager's going to draw a card, take him down to 10. Oh, but he doesn't find a 5th land. There's a Bajuka Bog. It's going to take care of Telemokos Graveyard. It's actually really important in case he happens to draw into a Gurmag Angler. It's one of the few ways that he could double spell when he's crunched on mana like this. But an Oubliette's going to get rid of that Rager. Witches is going to attack, bring him down to 9. But now a Grey Merchant actually ends the game. It'll drain for 8, and then Witches can shoot for 1.
Yep. Do you see what I see in Telemokos' hand?
Yeah, just all of the oubliettes.
He has drawn the play set. This is nuts. I don't even know if I like Victim either. I think you should start deploying these oubliettes and start getting some devotion going.
I agree.
Yeah.
Although Victim doesn't hit Zombie Fish. It's not really going to matter considering that he has like 4 oubliettes in his hand.
Right. Like I'm saying, like as far as like, if you're choked on mana, making the oubliette play makes more sense to me.
Yeah. Well, this Chittering...
You could have a turn, yeah.
Well, this Chittering Rats is going to eat a card out of his hand and put him off another turn on hitting that 5th land. Another Witches, and now we've got a Zombie Fish. Man, Telemokos was in such a dominating position in this game with all of his card advantage and resources, and he just could never draw into a 5th land. And what we've seen here is that there have been multiple turns where Blogger has played multiple spells in one turn, and Telemokos has only played 1 spell basically every turn for this entire game.
Yes.
And there's the Grey Merchant. I am here to peddle my wares.
That is ridiculous. That was a ridiculous top deck.
Would you like to buy something? All right, so Grey Merchant of Asphodel. Yeah, you buy. Grey Merchant of Asphodel is going to come down and take this game for mtgblogger. It's going to go up 1 game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the sideboards and see what we think they're going to do. Let's look at Blogger's sideboard first. So Blogger has 1 copy of Pestilence, a Bojuka Bog, 4 Choking Sands, a Corrupt, a Font of Return, a Nausea, 2 Relic of Progenitus, a Shrivel, and 3 Wrenchmine. What do you think he's going to do?
Oh man, give me that Corrupt, give me the Font, and give me the Wrenchmines. I'm not interested in anything else. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
I mean, Pestilence is technically a way to win.
Yeah, in fact, I don't think I want Pestilence in my deck at all for this mirror.
No, I don't think so either. Let's
take a look at Telemoko's sideboard. So we got a Bojuka Bog, a Pestilence, 4 Choking Sands, a Font of Return, a Nausea, 2 Relic, a Shrivel, and 3 Wrenchmine. Do we think just the same thing here?
I do. I didn't really want to have to repeat myself. I'm pretty sure he's going to board very similarly.
Yeah, I can see that. Let's go ahead and jump back to our match. Looks like our players are finished sideboarding. So let's go ahead and jump down there while they do their mulligan decisions and then play this game too. For those of you joining us here mid-match, I'm Chris Van Meter with Sean Abrams. MTG Bloggers on the top, playing against Telemokos on the bottom. This is a win-in for a top 4 berth to be able to play off for hundreds of dollars next week. So there is quite a bit on the line in this match. Who do you think is going to take it? Do you think that there's a possibility of one player being able to gain an edge in sideboarding, or is it just kind of straight up what you got? This is what I got.
It's one of those mirrors, exactly as you just put it, Chris. They're going to do what they do. It's very straightforward. There's not all that much thought involved. Who's going to see their wrench mines? Who's going to see their sign and bloods? Let's find out.
Fair enough. I think Wrenchmine is going to be like the big card that can swing this game.
I think so too. It's very powerful. There's a bunch of archetypes that are very interesting in the Pauper format that no one brought to the table. Do you want to maybe list us some of those decks just for our viewers who might be newer to the Pauper format that maybe are curious about the format or maybe aren't sure exactly what's being played or things you can be doing in this format?
What are some archetypes that people didn't play?
Didn't bring.
I mean, the glaring omission is Goblins. Like, Goblins is a very good deck, and nobody is playing Goblins. That's just like the biggest omission to me.
Yeah. What about Affinity? Do believe we lost Chris, Mike. I was very surprised that there was no Affinity.
Hello?
Hello, hello.
All right, sweet. Oh, for some reason my Hangout's just like bugged out. Yeah, I think Goblin's just a better aggressive deck. But this match is.
I would agree.
This match is going blisteringly fast. Both players are hitting their land drops. Chittering Rats here is going to be very good and slow down Telemokos. Looking at his hand, he has 3 copies of Grey Merchant. So that is a lot of Grey Merchant.
That seems pretty good.
Man, that is a whole lot of Grey Merchant.
Mm-hmm. But, you know, I mean, Blogger's hand doesn't look all that bad either.
No, it definitely does not.
And he's
at 5 mana, and Telemokos is not going to hit his 5th mana this turn because of that Chittering Rats.
Indeed. And, you know, he's got double Merchant over there now. Blogger does. I think this favors him now, doesn't it, Chris?
Yeah, he also has 2 Sign in Blood, so like this is a pretty good.
Wouldn't be all that hard for him to amass some resources.
Yeah, he's definitely in a good spot here.
The Gary Wars. I thought that was clever. This is from Das.
Yeah.
The Gary Wars. War of the Garys. It's a war of commerce, actually, isn't it, Chris? An economic struggle.
It definitely is. And whoever is able to sell the most is going to win.
Yeah, pretty much. So Oubliette is going to remove that. Ooh, but this Font of Return feels great. Almost has 3 targets. I see Ranger and I see Rats. They both have Font.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Bloggers is more ready for Value Town.
Yeah, this is definitely turning around for Telemokos now that he's got some black pips on the battlefield. He can start slamming those Grey Merchants once he hits his 5th land. Now, there is a chance that he just loses this match without ever hitting a 5th land. Like if he just never finds his 5th land here.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be pretty rough.
I like that. True. I like that Blogger decided to pop off the Font, even if it wasn't for the full value, to make a nice play for the turn, which was the Rager behind that.
Yeah, it's just a good way to use all of his mana. He just needs to get in chip damage here before he starts playing these Grey Merchants.
Yes.
Still stuck on mana, though.
I know. He's having the same problem.
Can't play a Zombie Fish. Can't play any Grey Merchants.
He needs to. We're going to see the Grey Merchant. No, we're going to see a Rats first.
Oh, Chittering Rats is just going to set him back another turn from hitting a land.
Probably slams. Ooh, it looks like he's setting up for a really big Merchant. Blogger is, Chris.
Oh, wow. So it looks like next turn he can Merchant for 7? For 8. No, for 7.
This is just brutal for...
Yeah, this is real rough.
Do you pop off this Font as Telemokos just to get the Rats back, just to have a play, just to be able to block something? Or is it too late?
It's probably too late. Like, he just has no removal, right? So
that was a play he could have made last turn,
like
right?
last turn, yeah.
Yeah.
How many lands does Telemokos have in his deck? 23. What about Blogger? 23.
That's just the luck of the draw.
Yeah, just straight variance.
That's why we love this game so much, isn't it?
It's so insane. He's just going to lose the whole entire match because he could never hit a 5th land. I lost a lot of games in Standard with that Mono Black Devotion deck because of the exact same thing.
You get stuck at 4, could never find the 5th land drop.
Either get stuck at 4 with Grey Merchants in hand, or like stuck at 3 with a million Desecration Demons in hand.
Demon was great. I remember the Desecration Demon. 4 mana 6/6.
4 mana 6/6 flyer.
Yep, it's pretty good. With a relatively minor drawback.
Yep.
All right, so if you're Telemokos, you gotta just sign and blood your opponent, right? Because nope, he's targeting himself.
Whoa, did Jay or did Blogger not play Grey Merchant that turn?
Yes. He's trying to give him a chance.
Why would you not Grey Merchant there?
I just said why.
That doesn't seem...
It doesn't make any sense.
All right, all right. We are in the just starting out friendly casual room.
For money. For a tournament. For glory. You sure we're in the right place, Chris?
I know I am. I wrench mine. Gonna pitch a couple cards with flashback.
I think so too, Dawes. I think he was just messing around with Telemokos, trying to beat him without the Grey Merchant. But here it comes.
All right. What are we selling? That's going to be the game. So MTG Blogger is going to take the win. That is going to lock up his spot in the top 4. As long as Scalding Hot Soup can win his match this round, that's going to lock him up a spot as well. But we do have some players still battling.